Once he said that, I was done. I was sold. I was like, where do you want me to? And I remember I had a list of questions, and I basically was like, all right. And my assistant coach in high school, she was like, ask her questions, because before we even met, she was like, I want you to add a question on your list. And I'm like, what? She's like, ask him this question. I'm like, why? That's a stupid question. She's like, no, ask him that question. I'm like, all right. So I'm putting it on the list. So now we're face to face. I can't look at this man in the eye because he's just like, his eyes is like he sees into your soul. So I'm like, oh my God, my soul is all kinds of crazy right now, right? So I'm asking the general questions, like, where would I stay? What's the food like? What is a normal day? General questions. And then he's answering them and everybody else is chiming in. And then it came to question number 14. And the question was, will you be there all 4 years? And he looked me right in the eye. Both of them, boom. Well, the time I had contacts. And he said to me, I can't tell the future. I don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is if you want to be on this team, you got to be willing to work. And I'm willing to guide you. Meanwhile, she's flipping her mind because she's like, he didn't answer the question. And I'm like, because I guess with her sister was on the team. And I guess they wanted to know, like, are you going to be there all 4 years? Are you thinking about leaving? Because I had no idea. So I remember when they left, my parents said, what do you think? I'm like, yes, he gets me. And I remember going to bed because I was exhausted. So it was just like, when it comes to this is the biggest decision that you ever have to make in your life. And I don't think a lot of people realize it, because when they say, oh, you want to play in college, everyone's thinking about March Madness. They're thinking about homecoming. They're thinking about the parties. Yeah, there's classes, but man, you'll be in the mix of everything. That'll be awesome. They think of all the good things. They think of all the fun things, right? But they don't see the work that you have to put into it. The getting up at the butt crack of dawn, which I like to call 5 a.m., to get up, to go to a track, and to run 3 miles. I'm not a runner, but I had to learn how to be a runner. I had to learn how to lift. I had to learn how to be strong. I had to learn how to speak. I had to learn how to shout. I had to learn how to take a dive, because we dive after balls in St. Joe's. I don't know about anywhere else, but we had to learn how to take a charge. I had to learn how to sacrifice my body just for you to sit in the stands and cheer. Same thing goes for every sport. Everyone doesn't see when you broke your pinky. I still have the nub. Look at that. Look at that little hump. No. Yes. Yeah. And the funny part is it hurt, but I didn't know I broke it until all of a sudden this little lump came on there and they're like, oh, you broke your pinky. I'm like, oh, okay. The torn ligaments, my knees, torn my ACL, bruised my meniscus, turned my ankles, I don't even know how many times. Have sore hips, sore lower back, scrapes all on my arm besides the other stuff. That's a dedication. And that's basketball. Swimming is the same thing. Gymnastics is the same thing. Now we got to worry about eating, because the way you eat when you were in high school is not the same way that you eat when you're in college. Oh no. They make you do, I had to do a meal plan. I had to do a meal plan my freshman year. Like every single solitary thing that I ate, I had to write down. So that's why now, I'm going to be truthful, I have a problem with food. I may not have stuck a finger down my throat, but I know a lot of girls who did. I know a lot of guys who did too. because we have to cut weight, because we got to get stronger. We got to get quicker. We got to grow taller. Hell, I grew a quarter of an inch when I was there, you know? But those are the things that we had to do. No one's around for that. No one's around for that. When you're on a bus and you're traveling hours and hours and you finally get there, all you want to do is go to your dorm room and go to sleep. And all of a sudden coach says, no, you're not leaving. Go put your practice gear on. We got practice. We're going to do shoot around. We're going through this. We're going through that. Hour later, okay, I'll see you in the morning. But it is the morning. Yeah, we got practice at 6. And when they say we got practice at 6, it doesn't mean you're waking up at 6. Because trust me, you surely do not want the captain of the team to come to your dorm room to wake you up, because now the whole team's got to run because you decided, I'm not going to practice. You have no choice. Once you sign that letter of intent, you have no choice. That's it. Unless you want to leave the school, you have no choice. And here's another thing. You are not guaranteed all 4 years. Let me say that again. You're not guaranteed all 4 years. You have to sign your clearinghouse each and every year. So when you see people that, oh, you got it made, you got this school, you signed up that, there's no guarantee, my babies. There is no guarantee.